Why go sigo laido? Why go sigo laido? Why go?
Ba mi agli paklim ma awotroto me via atrogbo abala maglena mi na honorable Emmanuel Gamaga inye moma fiana kata amachangutwa ajuda akajinam ikamye ajadudo via gomba jagai hafima anumokbom na Dr. Richard Fiadumo ikanya Chamber of Local Government of Ghana per gagada akajina warang manami vito kuda local governance aro local government atang Honorable Emmanuel Gamaga na atasa nkonya madu is on over Avono TV pan pomoji fie now.
Yeah, my namesake Ima Lake. Your phone ya.
Maole klemi lekenya katangu tuama.
Oh, kata to phone you udo banami. Udo bana Avono TV to. Alaba mi kata mi phone you. Yema hosaba yon ha mi phone you.
Akpa mio ha mie afon sasie mie alinwe le Avono tuama. Honorable mi agara jadodo aji kaba ayita plus uba zama ga dodo won ha. Keta Municipal Assembly choya yika wo inauguration adashina agba assembly kana langogbana yika anya tato aba MCA na the assembly failed to elect presiding member kakam chochoro miagbo gbanya ba they turned the sitting or the assembly hall into boxing arena. Honorable Lako Dre hafi wa assembly a mietanji chair presiding member ozuba konaga jogba ozu NDC NPP.
Yo madakpe madakpe no nya sala kata ema bule dongo akata to do banami. Egba nyama karaji ba reportage ele nyata fa ba assembly egba eba trozo boxing arena lo eba nyata fa ike mi akodam le a ma le manene ma ni ma agble nya ba yo nya etre ma chicho ba etre fa no etoji egba woni on kaka eyike etre va le toji egba eto ngogba ko kwa oka woni on ekwenya ba amashia le assembly a ole electoral area da tafa alabanya electoral area ma to da sia da fa mokoko ba eka yo do assembly ma no sia no na wa wo dore yo tafa na niyo kenya yo fo ni hia wa wajagba alobi no mo cover yo fa electoral area so na yo ko le nyonya tafa ma asema da sia da vakple afa no popo inu popo kata muso le electoral area le presiding member chacha ma dongo agloba le amuganu to makata la mia district aba mia district o manne e poto mia tie mia for presiding member so kata lema ketu south lema akwatima jofi lema na maka north to ha lema ayata ma nya ba kata da kwe mate unchia apa presiding member pasere fifio emi la mokoko ma ba na ma wuda shi ma na mia emi aga wuta kwakwara eya ava mana mi kata mi akpogbochi
Honorable nleka tutwe wojwe hafi presiding member mala jajala ba nyesa goma ba local government system is non partisan chogoma jaja isa mi lenya ba Honorable Sada paklo promise Kofi Baka here say kanala ngwamenya ba Honorable Sada is an NDC constituency chairman. Nenamake Honorable Promise Baka is also elected assembly member. Gaka, yes, the hearsay is he's a neutral person there. Nke you wagaba omavaya assembly members so pakla wo elected nga wo government appointed so motanche and approve omavaya do motoda kulaba what reject omavakata ye agba mavanaga omi ko the same way wo vanzu amba rejected ballot never subo wo valid voter honorable.
Well, imam brodung goba assembly members so the share vakple pono kopo inu popo to fofo. La Keta Municipal Assembly, the membership of the assembly is 34. That is 22 elected assembly members, 10 government appointees, L32. Then the chief executive and the member of parliament. Now let me have a dama. Member of parliament do let me make a down semalesio. So the rest 33 of us are a down salamiasi. Ta ayika abali na gbele amadongwao honorable Sade Wisdom. Honorable Baka wo tie poa. Mava jaji abali mi katamia no mopoko mabe le hobi mama o do motora kana tomado. Ever of yara honorable Baka va step down. And honorable Sade emi katamia no mopoko mabe yo le na makola mama kofio na honorable Sade na watakpo jidudu be assembly na zorango gaka can never get the final round of she can the second round of na honorable Sade ni eva macho no vanya jigbanya biye kwa eva kpo is it we have no voter L11 have a spoiled ballot alo rejected ballot near omaton na rejected ballot omaton kokpe the no voter one L16 so akoba I'm a 16 gbamagba ka I'm a 17 okpo unjajele enwu no makwe de ga pele egba mi po egba na pa koda ma tronu awa am blat of over equity unonyi edako am blat of over mama honorable kujofia no ekpo 15 sikanya 15 aba ameka vle ho play ekpo rekape tabiche bo ma mato L 16
yeah
ka am a rejected ballot awa overthrows we have 16 so 50% of those present today odako be yoho am yobli ho yoho ma vajese aba 50% ohun be yomo ojimo aka anyo ba mia adajesie ba ko ga for nomination ye afia ma ye yoga gara mafia ajami adako ajeton the first one and two runoffs that egbato first one akomiwo kai kami va imsa no go masasama jibe avauta asama manon to va driba anyoba yo atututa meeting aro the next voting adan gogbe ye na ba egba meeting da ko je felia aka ide so ima ni ajogba yi kwenyama and I think it's merely a repetition of what took place during Honorable Sadekle, Honorable Bakafa time.
Honorable, my trigger vagbo, my brother, your producer, so our number, Dr. Fiadomo, award the Kakapima, fear now. Dr. Richard Fiadomo. Nyafanu kwalo mie bagbaje mia ako Dr. Richard Fiadomo. Dr. Richard Fiadomo award the Kakapima. akpa mada kono de wei ata afienao
na fina nya sana kata
akpa nye asagoma agbada ka Keta Municipal Assembly le assembly oma aton la mugang to doma agba ha omoga tenchi at presiding member alaba nya MC mi no ajadum ha fi nya producers wo holder akaji flef alaba MC adaje chevava ba alaikana anu ko ayi ka ha fi ozuba anua rejected ballot on ava sugbo valid vote o ikafia ba 50% of the assembly wo adakona amavyo kana ga kwa agbalafia alaba 50% wo rejected amavyo Dr. Fiadomo ayola la kade ma affect assembly for adowo now vavieto in terms of developmental project you can labo awo le jinguvio kala ngogbana miama
yo apa nadogana pia ha nya tafanya ni aji ma manena assembly la bana ni mfumfia still inaugural meeting ako onele abo inaugural meeting maro chan for presiding member ta o je serious business goma ye o development projects o go complete to na global FUAT ikenya guy governor assembly so bo ye oko wona do yaro yinya performance based grants mokatani without a presiding member assembly amata mokatan ogwela ba afi mokatana ba there's what we call the entry conference and then the exit conference and the entry conference it has to be done by the presiding member the two of the matter is afiengo yinfia enwonyan kwa assembly antita ajaba MP chief executive all the stakeholders involved otan Keta Municipal Assembly and atan for presiding member.
Now nami galan kudang la goima de al already budget ikana labo azan for this year makadaji bo approve budget honorable o approve budget mana hode
approve no
good
afia
so
pa awuno last year.
very well Dr. Fiadomo fifia nanya bo approve budget yaw na assembly for adowo MC as the political administrative head of the assembly the mafia wo mon popo la shiba wo yiji I implement a project you can with the budget ya mo dog
Yo apa na budget manyaba last year ye normally September October mo ye ona budget ye wa approve a budget the government is practicing what we call the composite budget ta assembly now to in RCC ana ko in finance minister ana ofufu katafu ana finance minister wa na budget ko ka assembly budget halamo ta nya ta fama a budget for the current year budget man the former assembly members or the past immediate past assembly members or past budget matter the chief executive can continue to spend with respect to the budget that has been approved last year. Atan spending. Nano gavavaga to the assembly, alo general assembly, nana approval. Nawe gonna food the itama magbofuat benya. Yes, the current budget has been approved, so the chief executive can continue to spend. It cannot continue this way because at a point as a presiding member of the assembly, there are no committees working at the assembly. As a statutory committee, so by now, I no further because there's no presiding member. Because my quality inaugural meeting now arrange as all over language assembly. I feel the next one will be the approval of subcommittees. All these things I just presiding member nano jima. I feel all committees so katata as we speak no committee. Now committee really the ONVIA is an illegal committee which cannot work. And if any assembly goes ahead to do that, look at the municipal assembly. So you know, presiding member on a committee or might be an illegality, and that cannot be countenanced. Yes, approval budget has been approved for last year and into this year. That we must subcommittees and they must be in place and also make sure Ghana Assembly for the owner review. Like I go the chief executive can continue to spend, but it's not good for the assembly to be without a presiding member.
Well, Doc, you Lalakade, in absence of the presiding member, during the inauguration, as you get that, Mr. Gomaba, coordinating director, who is the secretary of the assembly, Ado Atna, Atna, Alaba, a corner, the assembly into order. Fifia, Ayoga, Ayi Agba, it will fail, Mutachi and elect presiding member. In the next few attempts, Oga failed the. Is there any other option?
You are my brother, the act, indeed, model standing orders are. Coordinating director is not the acting presiding member.
Okay.
He's only the convener of the inaugural meeting. That's a coordinating director at a meeting your labor ma'am. And the only agenda that can be prosecuted anytime for coordinating director your meeting, it is for the purpose of electing a presiding member. The coordinating director matter your meeting or discuss anything apart from the election of a presiding member. That is what it is. So as long as meeting for presiding member, anytime 1 week time or 2 weeks time or coordinating director your meeting, he will be convening an extended form of the inaugural meeting. That more than agenda director apart from election of a presiding member. Therefore, the presiding member assembly assure allow presiding member will available. Otan no you have a member presiding. Gakale it cannot be done because you can only have a member presiding if there is a substantive presiding member who for unavoidable reasons is not able to attend a general assembly meeting. The members can choose one person among them to preside. You're not a member presiding. Until the presiding member is elected, even that one cannot be done. Anytime a Kemoko presiding member, the coordinating director, who is also the secretary to the house, any meeting he convenes, no matter what title they give it, a special meeting. I don't want to debate that one too much. But whether it's a special meeting, emergency meeting, it is still an inaugural meeting, and that meeting cannot be used to discuss any agenda apart from the election of a presiding member.
Okay. Honorable Fifia, wo the ceremony mi ho afia ba yo lala kafia various subcommittees so ha mokpo afom adako yikaba eze ko hana yire dodoga chuka yo mafia nya ahayide anyinoga nanya ba ohia ba eze ko na o meeting aro executive committee na o meeting na nya ahayide mi wogo. Now, you are the Abalama Biena, winger at Tatona Assembly, Viflefia, political and administrative head of the assembly. After the Kelly Viflefia no orga pata, close to Bakukionado, Alaba, I hear say you can know your Jomania, Adomius some you have an influence for the failure of electing presiding member, even during the Tafra Chimiapanupolo, Honorable Sadek Baklam. Honorable Promise Bakadomi, you have an influence. I don't know how true is that.
Well, so Emmanuel Dejesheva Honorable Sade the NDC constituency chairman of the area. Now, Emma, what influence will I have as chief executive over the NDC constituency chairman? Then Honorable Baka, I was able to talk to Honorable Baka, but no, I stepped down. Plus, Suba, the Vietola Akogbanto Valia Katamo da, me pobe Honorable Sada, if I call no boss, Sumawu Honorable Bakato. Ayatala Akodada Atonlia Ikebona, Imajagwa Funukle Honorable Bakako, Esegbenam. Nenama keep down. Afi Akodada Atonlia, she came in the second round of Eva Veji. That is what in that circumstance. Just as I did, le eike veike vayima, the same honorable Sadek, honorable Amachima, who was then the incumbent presiding member, on a contest man. I can you pom me do me afuraga. So the incumbent honorable Amachima ha. I come on fumna akpa kata. Eva ajaba honorable Machima monololomba ya step down crowd. So it took honorable Sade to let go. Alaba akodadama ejinwe experience my mabuba nyataga cover fifi toma at the level of the honorable Sade honorable Bakafota. Kaka at the end of it all, I got a bit disappointed because Akodama Chono during the second runoff. Leshma Madaka stepped down already. At the Funamvie, Ayata Aikami Gayimfia. These two persons, Amioga, a file nomination, but they are government appointees. Alaba Majababa, a Fununa, Oma Vakataba, America, Nesta down if you why either Akodaga, Kakama, a thing, a Sorregio. Miano Pondaba. Nanya ba miaga agava akodaga ye well here ba American step down one. That one I promise I can do that. Ye apart from that ejeba mia trova drawing board our consensus building. You remember consensus building. Um had both elected assembly members so government appointees so doma. For what we are doing now is to let them know, understand, as far as Dr. Fiadumu Hagbelena, make presiding member, for Miyashima Nomano Agban Assembly, we are trying to educate and educate honorable members about it. But hope in fairness and in goodwill, was a gomanami nama, namanya do ikpelikpa be yakubɔ be presiding member masu miasi aba assembly no kama xɔse be ne mie eyi dzi le consensus building ya ma ne mawu da asi ma kɔa miakpɔ ta ne miagblɔ mie le.
Dog, na mnie lanku de agbafa result angwa MC na mi sagoma be the total membership of the assembly is 34. 22 elected assembly members. Alabe government appointees so akpadang wala 34. Kakana alanku da ko kano dangchia ama vayo kana a stand ado a file nomination ba ama vakata on government appointees so. And unfortunately, rejected ballot have exceed American highest vote. Lavma, do jama ba government appointees so to ha umula in favor of our colleague gana eco nomination a file about the method ko.
To apa le gomba meruka contest ba okata government appointee so nya.
Exactly.
It is obvious.
America po 1 vote. America po 15 votes. Now rejected ballot anya 16.
To test number yana ni ayaka ujawa kwa fi amanya presiding member.
Alabo anya 23 or 24.
24. Probably, I don't want to talk about this, but the truth of the matter is that probably never assembly. The assembly, constitution of the assembly, Kenya bona fide members of the assembly. Number one is the chief executive. Number two, one person from one electoral area who has been selected through universal adult suffrage, elections from one electoral area. I see the member of parliament. You count now, the member of parliament is an ex-officio member, Tayama Danako. Tano of no co-chief executive electoral area so together, assembly members so play MPR, you calculate now 30%. 30% more when your government appointee so. That any government, allo chief executive, in a Pumio Katana cover the elected members are in the majority. And you want to sidestep the elected members and get a government appointee as the presiding member, it will fail a million times and you will never get a presiding member. Keta, my only advice as a local governance expert, if the NPP think that they can get a presiding member, if they sidestep the elected assembly members, I dare say that they will fail a million times. So they should not go there. The presiding member for Keta Municipal Assembly necessarily must be an elected member. Because you cannot have a situation whereby I'm a 22 have been elected, and then you bring about 11 appointees or so, and you say that the ones in the minority to come and be the leadership. The assembly is just like parliament. The only difference is that the assembly is not partisan. Kakana po electoral areas, so the electoral areas so in a majority. That every time the majority leader each year is the presiding member must come from the majority. If the chief executive, I've heard the name, I've never met him. I don't want to believe he's behind this partisan movement. But my only free advice to him is that if he's behind this, he should stop because for now, budget has been approved and he's spending. I can tell him that there are a lot of things he cannot do. A lot of funds cannot come in, especially the performance-based grants, even at DDF. So when they do the FWAT assessment, all these things, without a presiding member, you can't do it. And then a guy who can, but if he doesn't come, it will go back to chest. So, I'm advising the chief executive that it is not possible for an appointee to be the presiding member of the Keta Municipal Assembly. It will not work today. It will not work tomorrow. They should put away the partisanship and allow one of the elected members, not only a presiding member. If they don't want, you see the vote that you saw. Mamo Kata Dakwa, they are mature people. Election, when you're ordinary, ink clot or two. I'm over Maracana 1, Maracana 2. Assembly members more chance, more the square more time one to 2. If 1 and 2 and rejected ballots, you know what it means? Because you have either Okata or in a number that choose the no of co-counseling. Allo, in a Avam 3. Unya president, third person, I come later, chief executive. If you are behind this quote unquote partisan movement, please stop. You will not succeed. It is not possible for a minority to come and lead a majority group. It doesn't work anywhere.
Okay.
Therefore, all the NDC 22 elected assembly members who, if you think that they all support the NDC, it is a necessary evil that one of them must become the presiding member. If you want to allow an appointee, you will not succeed. As for that one, I am not a soothsayer, I'm not a prophet of doom. It will not be possible. Nanolia is just a way of convention. So you cannot have a minority group to be foisted or to be pushed on a majority group. It has always failed, and in Keta, it will fail 1,000 times if that they go on that tangent.
Madakpano, Dr. Richard Fiadomo, Gaka Edwadam Gade, the Honorable. Now, Majiba na focus na the entire members of the 22 electoral areas for assembly members. So Adam Dodo can no she no ano she no wo ha particular government appointees so particular the citizens of Keta you can ho kuma too political. Ala bana ko appointees so ba mai ha MPP mai ha NDC and na over various platforms but this sparked a serious debate on the various platforms ikabava with political issues. Adam Dodo can no show fi na citizens of Keta, particular elected and government appointees of the municipal assembly. Afinamia Aduka clan.
You never Keta. I have a personal interest. I have a Nakpara to Atiavi, Nakpara to Angla sharing Iban. I have an interest in this matter. That a kuku kumade. Apart from advising the chief executive to put away the partisan hatter, I'm also pleading with the elected assembly members. So, the member of parliament, Nedugu assembly members, so ye Odogu chief executive, ye no Otandogu government appointee. So, no, Senana government. In this case, an appointee cannot be a presiding member and they must be told the truth. Emma Ellie. The major stakeholders are now a few colored woman over Vagaha, one over one. The chief executive on Yaba, Mashama Yaba MPP, ELSG. Daka, Nefulbe, if you are not MPP member, then you're presiding member, Mama Ogo. And you're eligible, Uma Ogishi, or now on Yaba, when you're presiding member, the presiding member may the government representing the president too. Presiding member of speaker in the speaker of Ghana's parliament is an NDC man. But government business is going on. If an NDC, so-called NDC man becomes a presiding member, it will not affect the day-to-day running of the assembly in any way. Alabama presiding members do not control resources at the assembly. Assembly members do not control resources at the assembly. Over or policy or approved policy, bylaws purport to presiding the chief executive can go ahead and spend. That is what it is. The chief executive they should put away his partisan hat. But the Kukuna assembly members somehow they should also put away their partisan hat and partisan thinking, and they should think of the Keta Municipal Assembly development. Nathan Keta municipal area. Do Nathan Changwa Federal Vuja. Deluko Kata no Tanchina Katana Chinani, Abama TV, Tomako MT and Tova or Nice Hospital, Keta Hospital. And for me, these are the developments we want to see. So, Chief Executive, I'm pleading with you. I'm pleading with all elected assembly members and indeed government appointees. Understand the fact that you cannot lead being a minority and lead a majority group. It will not work.
Ma adakpano honorable MC Miracle Aleklema. Honorable Gamaga.
Yes, hello. Hello.
Yeah, who breaks the law? Gamajima na break law.
Hello, Gameli.
Yeah, honorable. Bakarajiba as
Yes.
Dr. Fiado Adang Dodo Pakla apa ngufo yikona wofo awenya mama fia abale kama da jeshi chogoma jejena awela ngwagba fia na assembly bada shika no show fia na assembly members so Pakla dumavio kana akonga tu partisan alaba ada jeshi ba yemanya nanaka kuda yento ngufo na akpa vakata kuda angwe nguchi ale ngublaga languchu va vietolo doma despite o approve budget ga anu gadama gbaiga subcommittee so ezeko plan mukata umukpala well constituted adako bada shi mamleke no show hafi nya duka clan mavuka fogbo na dumavio na gadama
Dodoa. Yemas Dr. Fiadomo have Adam Dodoa. Jana Mabe Enya Nana Ikanyamanyam as chief executive. For the fact for the assertion, but as chief executive, I have shown partisanship in the election of presiding membership. I will not vie. I don't know even if you can prove it. My brother, the two first gentlemen, the two gentlemen who took first in the who took part in the first round of what do you call it? First set of elections. I have mentioned NDC constituency chairman, Honorable Sade. That one is not partisan for Dr. Fiadonu. Is that what you want to tell us? I do not know about the political inclination for Honorable Sade, but I asked Dr. Fiadonu, that constituency chairman of NDC, who happens to even be my very good friend, that I was personally trying to clear the way for by appealing to Honorable Baka to step down for Dr. Fiaru Rubi Agronamba. Honorable Sadat, many politics, government appointees, we are 11. 10 appointees plus the chief executive, merely 11. The voting that rejected Honorable Sade resulted in 11 no votes and 5 spoiled ballots. So according to Dr. Fiadonu, if the voting are on partisan line, take it that all the 11 are for we the government appointees. What about the 5 spoiled ballots? Are they also for MPP people? So I think sometimes when we are talking, we should have facts. He shouldn't hang me. He shouldn't give me a bad name and hang me. That will not work. The other thing I want to ask, in case if he doesn't know, he should ask of Honorable Petit Haliga of Ketu South, who was the immediate past presiding member. He was a government appointee. Immediate past presiding member of Ketu South. I think in the 8th assembly. He should ask. He was in the minority, but Honorable Petit Haliga was a presiding member of that assembly. So does it mean, according to Dr. Is it Fiadomo?
Yeah,
Fiadomo?
Fiadomo.
Yes. That at that time, when Honorable Petit Haliga was government appointee in the minority, the Ketu South Assembly made a mistake by electing him as as presiding member. And is he in any way stating that government appointees are less assembly members than the elected ones? Alike wo inaugurate the 9th assembly Oma swear in, Oma inaugurate, Aloma swear in elected assembly members so separately. Afigava swear in government appointees so vovoyo. All of them, and they add up to 32. They were sworn in together. So this argument, by way of advice to me, I think is not fair. He nanyaba oba mado nako miapa assembly election here, alo parliamentary presiding member for election here, one of political lenser. I think he's one of them. I think he's one of them. It's
Honorable,
a good advice.
Mapoba Alena and Moko a Gmea, you want by Ambagada Ponanama. Don't go near Doja, Kuda Nana Pamia, we can Honorable Sada, Bakla Honorable Promise will get a razor. Now, Alea Hana Pay, but Honorable Sada is an NDC constituency chairman. Kaka in the local governance system, politics malaf mangojo. Ta afiak pe ko ba alaba yi ha yo gadafma. You should take off the political lens.
No, you see, Dr. Fiadomo's own argument, Yemaza, he is saying that government appointees will never be presiding members in Keta Municipal Assembly. He said it. Alo Masia. Efo Gamali, Asia.
Yes, it will not be possible. Maybe the person will never be
Maybe
president. It will not be possible.
me when people are talking,
Honorable,
Gamali,
honorable.
me when people are talking, I listen to them very well.
Yes, but the note he can
Yes,
take
he
la fiaba. It
mentioned
will
the
not be
word.
possible for government appointees to be elected as presiding member. But it will not be possible. Maybe it will
Let me put
never.
on record. No, let me put on record. You can go back and play it. He along the line mentioned the word never. And then he also used not possible. And he labeled government appointees as those in minority. Do we
All
have
right. So,
majority side? Magbana might be a question. Do we have majority side in the municipal assemblies or district assemblies, and we have minority sides? So some of these arguments, if we want to educate the public, we should be a bit circumspect. And the manner of the tagging he's giving me, the chief executive, as the one masterminding this, I think he need to do more of a investigation to know what the actual situation is on the ground. You don't. Once I'm on the show, I won't allow him to go just like that by making those comments, giving me a bad name, and want to hang me for the woes of this assembly. It will not happen.
all right, honorable. Now, our number still nyabia is still hanging.
Okay, what's the
Awenya mama fia, fifile fia, jebe, Micho Kuba, this is more than the third attempt. Gaka, badge vevelia where contesting fifile fia, gaka still a feel. Lucky, after the K, a little fia. Ugbada shima mle ke anonyina assembly members so kla dumavio kana spark this hot argument fia 1 minute kuna nyakpa kulumia uje dudu ya nguda fia.
Yes, Gamali, you asked me this question earlier. Ebianvai. Aba magbleno mafunu bukaka. I even mentioned consensus building. Now
All
don't
right,
koji.
okay.
Yes. So we are doing all these things. We are talking to each other. I mean, you think I also don't have friends as elected assembly members? I have friends among them. Some of them
Very
like
well.
me. Yes. So we are talking to them. We are trying to let them understand, especially out of the 22 elected assembly members in the 8th assembly, 13 of them did not return. I'm a 13 in the 9th assembly, fifth year. They are very new people. Shika Oma assembly member. They are itching to taste the work of the assembly. On your would subcommittee soma. Your jagba aji alobinu akoina oda lodge project o akoina your for electoral area so.
After Fiaba prepare the list of various subcommittees so that the whole boy feel alarm presiding member ado.
Of course, that has been prepared long.
Very well.
To
Okay. Akbar.
in collaboration with the coordinating director, who is the secretary to the assembly. That thing is ready. Then the Miko
Akbar.
presiding member Agba would have presented that to the presiding member for approval by the house.
Akpa ajiba ma anumya fonu kwalota fa mada akpa na honorable Emmanuel Gamaga be na ajagbagba sesi agada anupomoji adoje paklumi to gbaba hahara afia ro haga ka mana pressure via the best friend alaba onana tachi gada kajina mada akpa na da woyi yata afia na jajina honorable
Yo na jajina ha gamali mata akpa na hom da wo ya valaji.
Dr. Richard Fiadomo, aha vien de kpakpado ha magaka mada kpabo ha na agada kaji ka na ga adang mana nyakla nyafanu kpolaw mada kpano de woyi yata rokomye jagoma konye ya nye ga no miawam ajeji anu mufia madu akla dumavio vavio to akuda local government system anchi mi kolaba nya akuda nchi a nya ramana adu akla dumavio mada kpado woyi yata Dr. Richard Fiadomo. Yafanu Palo, Hamaye Anya Dr. Richard Fiadomo, Ngogbaton, Chamber of Local Government of Ghana. Nenamake Anya Honorable Emmanuel Gamaga, Inga Mama Fia na Keta Amachangto, Rodrumva Fieba ma Ako Amatonda de Kaji, Gaka producer so wo Ako Abojina, Gaka Majagako Matako Matonda 0534599166. Barakuna garaja wena kpukple kple suba yi yelam vo gaka na garaja wena kpukple kple suba matanchi achum kaba 0534599166 ye anye kapuja shika na azanko agada amana kple suba na nyakpa klomia adoje kuda afia pa ajadudo nguchi alaba akapo jeshalema aljajamla TV haji ado yimama ayodongwa 0534599166 na agada jinam tugbaba iya chitram ngaka majagba mahwa matonda kwa ma asan akapo afa wanada afia goji ka iya chitram nyahu all right so nyafanu polo majiba ma anumya tapa adakpa ma nyaglodana Dr. Richard Fiadomo nanamake anya Honorable Emmanuel Gamaga mama fia na Keta Amachangto nyepa kulu eroje la fia pa akpaji fia na Ʋedukɔ po wana alaba acho afia ga shikima tututua magami agbonoge cho fia ga shikida shina afia ga woma tutu nukonye Emmanuel Gamali dovia afia akpla azana jejina mikata
Why go, sigo la